We got blessings. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here, feeling a little under the weather, but that does not mean the content is gonna stop. So, we have the test server footage, and you're gonna see a lot of videos from a lot of content creators today. So, buckle up, find some time to be on YouTube today, and support all your content creators. So, let's jump in to the blessings. Rare, epic, or legendary. And then using their souls to unlock the powerful blessings. Each one has 6 levels. So when you awaken your characters, then you're going to get different buffs depending on the level of awakening, okay? And then that corresponds with everything that you want to do as well. So we have light, dark, war, and chaos. I'm going to give you my initial impression on a scale of 1 to 5 of each of these blessings. Indomitable Spirit has a chance of blocking stun, sleep, and fear debuffs when an enemy tries to place them on this champion. It's going to be a 20% chance. That doesn't block provoke, but stun, sleep, and fear is pretty good. I'm going to say 2. I'm going to give it a 2. Next one, Miracle here, has a chance of restoring a portion of any destroyed HP whenever this champion heals themselves. The amount of HP restored is equal to the percentage of the heal. 100% chance to restore HP when healing. So I'm pretty sure this is like the destroy set. I don't think anyone's going to take this, so we're going to say 1. Iron Will decreases the damage this champion receives from enemy skills activated by other skills, or when enemies inflict damage when it's not their turn. Activated by other skills. So, like, if you have Cupidus's counterattack, for example. Wow, that's really niche. I mean, speed +7. Oh, +3 to legendary champions. Speed +7 is not bad on epic champions. That could be very cool. That could be very cool. Plus you get all these other buffs as well. Somebody like Rector Drath, this could be good on. I'm going to say 2. I'm going to say 2. I don't like really any of these so far. Debuffs placed by this champion's default skill will ignore a percentage of the target's resistance. We can ignore up to 40% of the target's resistance. I think this is very good. I think this is very good. I would say this is a 4. I think this is a blessing that you might take for Hydra, maybe. You know, like people that have good A1s like Krisk. I don't know that you'd want to put this on a Krisk, but I think that's pretty good. Okay, Intimidating Presence strengthens your team's aura and weakens the enemy team's aura. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 5. I think that this is really crazy. I think this is one of the best ones in the game. I think somebody on your arena team is going to take this. Whether that is speed +10. So, like, if you put this on your Arbiter, then you're going to increase your her speed aura and decrease the other speed aura. And if you have this and they don't, oh boy, what a disparity in speed right there. That's like changing 11 speed approximately, if I did that right in my head. Like, that would change your aura from 30%, 41.5%. Wowzers. And it weakens their aura by 20%. I think 6 out of 5. I think this is going to be one of the most chosen of all the blessings. I think this is also great for lots of areas in the game, right? Like if you have a defense in all battles or HP in all battles aura for like your Hydra team or something, or your clan boss team, your dungeon team, I think it could be. It's just probably one of the best blessings. Whenever an enemy receives a buff, this is Lightning Cage, or has their turn meter filled, places a 1 lightning orb stack on this champion. They do stuff, you get the lightning orb. When activated, a lightning orb stack randomly protects one other active buff from being removed, stolen, or transferred. This is one where we need to test. Okay, this is one where we need to test. Okay, I'm going to put it at a 4 right now. But that's only because there's a lot of moving parts here. So whenever a champion with 3 lightning orb stacks hits enemy targets, it inflicts bonus damage to them based on their max HP. So you're going to get like a couple thousand, I don't know, a couple thousand more damage. I don't think the damage is going to be that big of a deal. But especially if you're mid-game, this could be good. But you're not going to have a bunch of awakened people if you're mid-game. I mean, I like this on damage dealers. Look, you get 500 attack, 25 crit damage. So like this would be really, really good on Leorius, anybody with stone skin. I think this is gonna be good, but I think we gotta test it. All right, moving on to Dark. Dark Resolve has a chance of blocking any freeze, provoke, and true fear. Now, this one I think is much better than this one because you always want a chance to deal with Torment, right? Also, I think this mastery could be great for Hydra because of the Head of Torment. You put this on like your important champions that you can't have feared, like your Reviver or your Healer, etc. So I'm going to put this at a 3. I think it's good, but like probably the legendary ones are going to be better. You know what I mean? So let's keep moving on. Phantom Touch has a chance of inflicting bonus damage to one enemy whenever this champion hits enemy targets. I don't think this is good. I mean, I guess if you were using like a rare damage dealer, or Kess maybe, but she's defense based and this gives you attack and HP. But I could see it being okay on her. I don't think this is ever going to be used. I'm going to give this a 1. These rare ones, I don't think they're going to be used very often. I don't. I think, like, the good rares in the game, like Cold Heart, we're going to have to figure out what the best rare blessing is. Maybe it's this, but I don't think so. I don't even think you'd want this on her. So, anyway, moving on. Cruelty. Whenever this champion hits an enemy, decreases their defense until the end of the round, occurs once per hit. I think that this is going to be stupid. I am so worried about this. Legit. Decreases the target's defense by 4% per hit up to 40%. Okay, never mind. Never mind, it's only 4%. I mean, 4% is 4%, right? That would make somebody like a Stag Knight, who is dealing damage, like it's a hit. But like Madame Ceres, this would not be good on her. Now this is going to stack up. I think this would be really good on YuGiOh, especially for Hydra, but also for Arena. I'm going to give this a 4. Then Lethal Dose increases the damage enemies receive from poison debuffs placed by this champion in the arena. Will ignore resistance. I don't know what you think you're doing with this, but who is going to use this? I'm going to give this a 1. It's just like so niche. It's so niche. Could this be good on a Calvalax? Maybe. Maybe it's like crazy good on Chogger or something. All right, Temporal Chains decreases each enemy's speed for each active buff they're under. Whenever an enemy receives a third active buff, instantly decreases the turn meter of all enemies. So the most you can decrease is 15%. I don't know, that's kind of like Valk's passive, right? This could be a good way to interrupt opponent's team. I'm going to give it a 3. I'm going to give it a 3 because I'm not sure how good that is going to be. Plus, they have to actually put a bunch of buffs. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to give it a 3. I think it has potential, but I'm not sure how good it would be. Ward of the Fallen starts each round with a number of bone armor stacks. Each bone armor stack decreases the damage the recipient receives from a single hit, then disappears. A champion can have a maximum of 3 bone armor stacks at one time. Deals damage to each enemy hit by this champion. So you get protected and you do damage. This is a lot to do with how much damage do they take whenever they hit you. And then decreases the damage by 30%. But we already have Stone Skin. This is another option for a Go Second team where you could choose other gear, but also probably survive. I'm going to give this a 4. I think that it's pretty good, But it could go to like a 7 out of 5 if the damage is crazy. Okay, next up is War, Hero's Soul. Increases the damage inflicted to bosses and their minions according to the number of living enemies. This might be the Cold Heart Mastery. I think I'm gonna rate this a 3. I mean, you know, I don't know that people are gonna take this other than Cold Heart, but I think that it could be very good. That's the best rare blessing so far, in my opinion. This champion will receive less damage from each subsequent hit from multi-hit skills. Damage reduction increases with every additional hit. 35% damage reduction per hit? So you're going to take the full damage on the first hit, but then the second hit is going to be way less. I don't know if that's going to be enough. I'm going to give that a 3 as well. Those are definitely the best 2 rare blessings. Definitely, like either one of these you might consider taking on your epics as well. All right, Commanding Presence. If multiple champions on the same team have Commanding Presence, only one will work. Okay, no problem. For this one, strengthens your team's aura. But you can't have Intimidating Presence on here. You can only have Commanding Presence. Strengthens your team's aura by 2.5%? It's basically saying this is an epic version of that. That's interesting. But you can't have both. Oh, strengthens your team's aura by 35%. Yeah, that's a 5. So this is just like, you put this on all of your epics if you're using their aura. Chainbreaker, at the start of this champion's turn, has a chance of removing stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, fear, true fear, and petrification on a 3-turn cooldown. Yeah. What is the chance? This is a 15% chance of removing debuffs, 25% chance of filling this champion's turn meter by 10% when hit, and a speed bonus? Yes, I think that's amazing. I'm going to give that one a 5. Okay, Life Harvest. Destroys a portion of revived enemies' max HP whenever they are revived? But why? The speed plus 10 is relevant, so I'm not going to give it a 1. I'm going to give it a 2. Whatever blessing gives you the most speed... No, I just think it's Intimidating Presence. Intimidating Presence is going to give you the speed, and it's going to mess with the aura and improve your aura. So I think Life's Harvest is just not something that's going to ever be used. No one's ever going to take it. So what does Soul Reap do? When this champion hits an enemy target and decreases their HP to a certain threshold, a Reaper will appear and deal extra damage equal to the target's remaining HP. 5. I think this is crazy. I think that your Seer is going to take this, or any of your wave clearing champions. It just adds bonus damage. 100% chance of placing True Fear if they survive the Reaper. You know, no, I'm changing this to a 6. We have 2 6s so far out of 5. All right, Chaos. Carapace. I cannot wait to hear people pronounce this. Carapace is the correct pronunciation. This champion will receive less damage while under stun, freeze, sleep, fear, true fear, and petrification. That works well because it's already a mastery. This seems good. I think I'm going to give this a 4. If you're using a rare and it's not a damage dealer, then I think this is probably the one you're going to choose. Seems better than all the rest. This seems like the best all-around rare blessing. Partially fills this champion's turn meter whenever a debuff is placed, spread, or transferred onto them. When they get debuffed, it boosts their turn meter. I don't like these type of abilities because they're debuffed. They just skip their turn faster. Whoop-de-doo. Like, I don't know. It's not the worst. I'm going to give it a 2, but it's pretty bad. So none of the rare ones are crazy. But I wish that some of the rare ones were better so that would encourage us to actually choose rares for our team on purpose. Okay, Crushing Rend. Each round, a number of this champion's hits will ignore a percentage of the target's defense. Every hit will ignore a percentage of the target's defense. 1% for every 10 levels. Depends on the level of the target. Oh, this is going to be crazy. The new Iron Twins boss is like level 350 or something. That's 35%. I'm giving this a 5. Wowzers. Okay, so Incinerate here. Increases the damage inflicted by HP burn debuffs, but only in Arena. So, no. Also, whenever an HP burn debuff placed by this champion inflicts damage on an enemy, their max HP will be destroyed. Only works in arena battles. So no. Okay. I was going to say that this accuracy plus 40 could be good, but I don't think anybody's going to take this just for the accuracy bonus. So this is going to get a 1. So here's the thing. Who's going to take this? Nobody. We're not placing HP burns in arena. And even if you are, you're not going to take this. You're going to take something else. The War Chainbreaker is going to be the blessing that people take on all of the debuffers. Like Madame Saris, going to take Chainbreaker. You're going to get the 40 accuracy, and you're going to get this chance of removing these debuffs. So Chainbreaker, I already had at a 5. I totally agree with that, and it just gets better knowing that we have this 40 accuracy here. If you want to be in Dark, the Lethal Dose one does add that 40 accuracy as well. I still don't think that changes the value. I'm still going to leave that at a 1. Okay, Chaos. So that was Incinerate. Now we're on Polymorph. Everyone's going to take this. I have a minimum rating of 4 because of the coolness factor. But let's see how it's actually good. Has a chance of placing a sheep debuff on enemy champions for 2 turns whenever they place debuffs on this champion or remove or steal buffs from them. Whenever a sheep debuff expires or the sheep is defeated, the affected champion will return to the battle with 50% HP. So if you can sheep them, then you have them at 50% health. And they're removed from the battle for 2 turns. You can basically kill everyone, then kill the sheep. I think this is great. It's only a 20% chance of placing a sheep debuff, but I think this is going to be very used. I think it's going to be one of the most common ones. I'm going to give it a 5. I think that it's going to be used more than it's actually good, but I do think it's good. And then the last one here is Brimstone. Whenever this champion attacks, each hit has a chance to place a smite debuff. Champions under smite will be hit by a meteorite when they use an active skill, but it's when they attack. Meteorite inflicts damage equal to 25% of their max HP, and all other enemy champions equal to 5. I mean, I think this is good. I'm going to give this a 4 because this type of ability has the potential to be very good, but oftentimes it's too awkward. Okay, for example, you have to attack. You have to attack with this. So, for example, you're never going to put this on your Arbiter who's going first. So who would you put it on then? Maybe a Vizix, because those champions would be provoked, and then whenever they attack, they take damage. I think that it could be good, but I don't think it's going to be used as much as what it appears originally. Okay? Now, notably, this does have 50 accuracy, so, maybe you're putting this on your Mithrala. Maybe you are. I don't know. And then that would give you a chance to actually kill people, and Mithrala could solo people in arena. That sounds terrifying. Do I want to rethink that and put it at a 5? No, we'll leave it at a 4, but I do think that it's very good. I think that once we get started using these, it's going to be like obvious, okay, these type of champions get this, these type of champions get this. I think that there's a lot of good ones, there's a lot of not so good ones. I think that there's good, usable blessings at rare, epic, and legendary, and a lot of cool, interesting things. Now, the question is, how stupid is it going to be to awaken them? Because the blessings seem cool and interesting. I am a little bit worried about these stat bonuses, like plus 400 attack. Only 100 to legendary, but if you take something down here, you do plus 400 defense, plus 50 resistance. Like the stats on our champions are going to go up, and that is definitely concerning. That is concerning. So let me know what you think about the ratings on all these blessings. I'm going to try to make sure this is edited so there's not, everything is as concise as I can make it, but it might be, a longer of a video here. If you have not seen my video earlier today on the new champions, make sure you check that out, and I will see you guys in the next video.